The world is witnessing a financial revolution, and Denmark is quietly leading the charge. In a global economy dominated by traditional banking systems that have existed for centuries, one small Nordic country is disrupting everything with a bold move, replacing traditional banking infrastructure with a state-backed, AI-integrated digital currency, the digital crone. This isn't just about convenience or modernization, it's about control, data, economic power, and the future of money as we know it. Denmark, a country with less than 6 million people, has outpaced global giants like the US and China in implementing a fully functional government-issued central bank digital currency, CBDC, that doesn't just complement, but actually replaces traditional banking roles in payments, savings, and credit infrastructure. In this video, we unpack the implications of this economic transformation and ask the question, are we next? The digital crone is not a speculative crypto coin, it's a fully sovereign digital currency issued by the Danish National Bank and secured through blockchain-like encryption combined with AI oversight. This digital currency is programmable, traceable, and integrates directly with smart contracts. It allows the government to provide real-time monetary policy adjustments, automatic taxation, targeted stimulus packages, and anti-money laundering features, without needing to work through commercial banks. In this system, traditional banks no longer act as intermediaries. Instead, every citizen, company, and government body interacts with the central currency infrastructure directly. This eliminates banking fees, delays, and a significant amount of economic inefficiency, but also shifts immense power to the central government. What Denmark has achieved is a full decoupling of the citizen from the commercial banking world. The digital crone uses biometric IDs linked to a citizen's digital wallet, allowing instant transactions, AI-driven credit scoring, and automated financial services. Want a mortgage? The system assesses your risk in real time and sends you the best offer from the digital monetary portal. Want to pay taxes or receive a refund? It's done instantly. Need financial aid? Smart contracts deliver it based on eligibility, no forms, no bureaucracy. It's frictionless finance, but it comes with surveillance, control, and a centralized grip on all monetary flows. While Denmark praises this transparency and efficiency, critics argue it creates a financial panopticon where privacy no longer exists. Denmark's government argues the system is far more stable than traditional banking, which is vulnerable to collapses like the 2008 financial crisis or Silicon Valley Bank's downfall in 2023. With the digital crone, fractional reserve lending becomes obsolete. There's no bank run when your money is directly held by the central monetary system and backed one-to-one. Inflation can be controlled algorithmically. The central bank can introduce or burn currency units in response to economic changes in real time. Imagine a financial system where every dollar, or krone, is a line of programmable code. That's what Denmark has created. But the bigger question looms. What happens when this model gets exported? Already Sweden, Finland, and even Estonia are watching closely. The IMF and World Bank are studying the Danish rollout to model their own proposals. Meanwhile, central banks in the US, UK, and Germany are grappling with political resistance and legacy infrastructure challenges. But once a digital currency proves it can replace traditional banking without collapse and even improves efficiency, the pressure to adopt becomes immense. No one wants to be left behind in the race toward economic digitalization. The real kicker is how the digital crone integrates with AI. Denmark has partnered with AI firms to create predictive economic tools that simulate economic shocks, supply chain disruptions, and labor market changes. The AI then adjusts monetary policy, interest rates, loan availability, liquidity, autonomously, with human oversight only for major decisions. This removes human bias, political lobbying, and bureaucratic delay. It's a machine-optimized economy where money is no longer emotional, it's algorithmic. And that's exactly why the US and China are concerned. Both superpowers are testing their own versions of CBDCs, but neither has gone as far as replacing the commercial banking layer. Denmark has. So could the US adopt a similar model? It's complicated. The Federal Reserve System is deeply intertwined with commercial banks and Wall Street. Shifting to a centralized, digital, biometric-based system would require not just a technological leap, but a political revolution. Lobbyists, banks, data privacy activists, and even state governments would resist. But the pressure is building. If Denmark's model proves to offer higher GDP growth, lower inflation, faster recovery times, and superior welfare delivery, it becomes a competitive necessity. The social impacts are just as dramatic. With the digital crone, Denmark has eliminated payday loans, reduced financial fraud to nearly zero, and increased financial inclusion among the elderly and low-income groups. The system even offers AI-based financial literacy tools tailored to each citizen. In essence, money has become a smart service. But again, critics worry, what happens to financial freedom in a world where every transaction is tracked, every spending habit analyzed, and where opting out of the system may mean economic exclusion? Another factor is cross-border influence. With Denmark's growing leadership in CBDC frameworks, some smaller EU nations are considering adopting the digital crone model themselves. If enough of them join, a sort of Nordic digital bloc could emerge, potentially even competing with the Eurozone or forcing its transformation. Denmark already participates in many EU financial collaborations, despite not using the euro. Now, it could be leading the EU into a digital economic era that the ECB has struggled to initiate. So where does this leave us? The global financial game is changing. As Denmark replaces traditional banking with its digital crone, the world watches. It's not just about money, it's about who controls it, how it moves, and who benefits. AI, surveillance, efficiency, and control are all wrapped up in this new currency model. And while the US debates privacy and policy, and China perfects digital compliance, Denmark may have just rewritten the rules of modern banking. The question isn't whether the world will follow, but who will follow next. Will your country be the next to embrace programmable money?